Hello, fellow hobby nerd. Oh dear, I've done it again, and maybe it's even worse this time. So this is, I know we've lost track. It's maybe week 6 of my hobby streak, and I've left it to the last minute again to put my 4 hours in. Yes, it is now. Let's synchronize our watches. I don't know if you can see that. This is the time. Oh, the battery just ran out. So, looks like this one needs charging as well. Well, that's really awkward. Okay, so it is Sunday. And the deadline for my hobby streak is midnight. I have to do 4 hours before then. And it is now like 4:30 in the afternoon. And I have done fucking nothing. I have done nothing all week. Nothing. And I had plenty of time. But I left it all to the last minute. Again. So I'm going to have a think about maybe how my hobby streak is structured, because I keep leaving things to the last minute, and that means maybe I'm not really getting as much done as I could do. Like if I had a daily streak, I might do better because I'd be doing something every day. But anyway, that's something for another time. We can't piss around. So I'm going to put on some Audible. I'm going to put on some Black Library books, audiobooks, and actually get painting something. I don't know what yet. Probably my Warlord, because I'm all kind of ready to do that. I don't know if that's a 4-hour job. It's probably not a 4-hour job, so I'll paint something else. Maybe the Pain Boy there, or some of these grots maybe, or I might build something, because I feel like building is just an easier job to do. It's a more tedious job than painting in some ways, but it's easier to just get it started because it's a no-brainer kind of job. Whereas painting, I think maybe it's because it's more artistic. I don't know what it is, but I often feel that there's a little bit of a hump to get over, a bit more of a hump to get over to get started. Once it's started, it's fine, but it's just that hump. Getting over the hump is what it's all about. So anyway, I'm going to turn you off now and try and paint something. Well, I'm going to try and take some pictures as well, but I've got to charge my batteries and that takes ages. So, see you in a bit. Hello again. This is future me talking to you from Monday morning. So the problem with what I wanted to do at this point way back yesterday was to have a teachable moment where I showed a certain kind of technique that I developed for sort of painting quite rapidly single models without an airbrush. I call it sticky base coating. Basically the idea is you base coat with a brush using coloured primers from a bottle, and then you can just sort of shade it, and then you've got a pretty decent tabletop standard really fast. So that's kind of what I wanted to do, to demonstrate it on the Warlord character, the little mech there. But I kept running out of camera batteries, so I only recorded maybe a little part of it, which you can see here. So I gave up on that. That was going to be a teachable moment, like a little mini tutorial. But I do have a video of a couple of videos already on how to do this sort of cheeky little technique for maybe sort of rapidly painting stuff, which I'll put a link here. Yes, hopefully I'll put a link here to one or two of them. There's two. I think there's two. I'm going to say there's two. Oh, that's right, there is two. So there's 2 different videos. You can explore this technique. It won't happen this time. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my Warlord, because I feel like, one of the nice things about the Warhammer hobby, let's call it that, is we can have little friendships with our little man dolls. We can give them names and stories and things. So this Dread mob has only one character in it. There's going to be this little mech here. And so I kind of need a name for him, I think. At least a name, if not story. And so I'm gonna say my idea is maybe he's not a big mech, but he's old enough to be one,
and he's brainy enough to be one, but somehow he just didn't get the big body that a big mech would have, right? So he's kind of a proper warlord, but a weedy one. And his talent is just his brain got bigger, right? You know, orcs, as they get older and stronger and they win fights, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. There's no upper limit on their growth, physical growth. They just keep growing until they die. So this character, this leader, where he isn't just a basic mech. He's actually a proper warlord, but he just didn't get some quirk in his genetics. Who knows what? He didn't get the old big body that a big mech would get. So he's a bit weedy, but he's also very brainy, because his brain did get bigger. And if you look, actually, his head is quite big. That helmet on his head. Now that could be empty space, right? But it definitely suggests he's got a very. If there's like enough head in that helmet, then he's got quite a big head for an orc. Big cranium, let's say. We're not going to measure his cranium, but he's got a big cranium for his size. So he is a brainy big mech rather than a big. No, he's a brainy mech, not a big mech. Yes, that's what he is. So I don't know. Maybe I need to give a name. He could be Boss Weedy Nerd. So we need to think of a name. I'm literally doing this now. Okay, I haven't pre-planned this. What would his name be? Let's think of it. Boss Weedy Nerd something. No, maybe No What's. Yes, let's say Boss Weedy No What's. That's his name. Boss Weedy No What's. Yeah, that'll be his name. So that's his name. And his story. What's his story? Well, let's say he's maybe he's one of these mechs that kind of just gets fed up with serving a war boss, so he goes off and does his own thing. And he maybe hasn't won that many fights, so maybe that's why he didn't grow big, but he's actually lived quite a long time, so his mech brain is still kind of growing. And and so he keeps, his mad inventions just drives him to build bigger and bigger walkers. That's what he's all about. He's all about inventing bigger walkers, and in the Dread mob list that he's for, that I'm building him for, of course we have a Stomper. So I guess that's his the pinnacle of his career's achievement so far. But he's built Killer Cans, he's built Deff Dreads, and he's built Morkanauts and Gorkanauts, and his final, the crescendo to his career at this time is the Stomper that will be in the list. So that's him. That's his thing. He's a brainy orc, not a brawny orc. He's all about Mork, not about Gork. Something like that. Okay, so we're going to go back in time now to the 5 minutes before midnight, when I sort of summarise what I did on week 6. So this is a future interlude, which is going back in time, and now we're going back in time now to the deadline of Sunday night for the week 6 week streak. No, the hobby streak week. No, the hobby week streak week 6. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well. So, I have done. Now it is this time. So, just a few minutes until midnight. And what I've done is, okay, first thing is I did finish. Kind of finish. It's a kind of a shitty tabletop standard. But I have kind of finished the Warlord for the Dread mob, and now I am doing what I have been doing since that, because I need to fill the hours. I started on making a Deff Dread, And I've also magnetised all these weapon options, but yeah, might need some tweaking because they're a bit too heavy for the magnets. Yeah, but I've also done the little weapons as well. So we got all the different options. Can't get it to work. Well, anyway, look at that a bit later. Well, that was week 6 of my hobby streak. Subscribe for more videos. I'll probably do some more videos about the Deff Dread because I think that needs some work. And yeah, bye for now.